Please rise and silence your phones for the singing of the national anthem by the Fort Bragg High School Choir.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anaí Yanez, and I am the senior class president. I'd like to welcome you all to the class of 2019's graduation ceremony. It truly means a lot to have you all here celebrating this great achievement with us. On behalf of my class, I want to say thank you. Teachers and staff members of Fort Bragg High School, thank you for the support and dedication you have given us these past 4 years. To our advisors, Ms. Knott, Ms. Windsor, Mr. Ransom, Mr. Carr, and Mr. and Mrs. Larson. Thank you for your hard work in motivating and helping us get to this day. To our parents, family, and friends, thank you for your love and guidance and for pushing us to be our best. I have the privilege of standing here today representing the class of 2019. This class has been recognized for being one of the highest academic achieving classes at Fort Bragg High School. One-third of the class is wearing gold cords today to represent our academic excellence. This is the highest percentage of graduates with gold cords in the past decade. Overall, our class is one full of graduates who are prepared for the bright future that lies ahead of us. Class of 2019, we are moments away from receiving our diploma and ending an important chapter of our lives. I want to say thank you to all of you for the bond we have created through laughter and tears and the memories we have made that we will hold onto as we go into the world. I know most of us have been eager to leave this little town. However, I ask you all to look back at the memories we have made and always remember where we came from. 1 year ago, our class experienced the loss of our beloved classmate, Katie Ginger. She was loved by many, and her absence will always be felt. However, we carry her in our hearts forever. Katie's passing taught us the importance of being united. So in memory of Katie, I would like to ask you all to please join us in a moment of silence in honor of her. Hace un año, una de nuestras queridas compañeras falleció. Quisiéramos tomar un momento de silencio en su honor. Once again, thank you all for joining us today. I would like to leave you with this quote. Don't ever forget your struggle. Always remember where you came from. Be wise, be grateful, be humble. Good luck, class of 2019. Congratulations. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Anaí Yáñez y soy la presidenta de la clase del 2019. Me gustaría darles la bienvenida a todos a la ceremonia de nuestra graduación. Realmente significa mucho para nosotros verlos aquí apoyándonos y celebrando este logro tan importante. De parte de mi clase, quiero decir gracias. Maestros y miembros del personal de Fort Bragg High School, gracias por el apoyo y la dedicación que nos han dado estos últimos 4 años. A nuestros padres, familiares y amigos, gracias por todo el amor que nos han dado y por ayudarnos a llegar a este día. Tengo el honor de estar aquí hoy representando a la clase del 2019. Nuestra clase ha sido reconocida por ser una de las clases de más alto rendimiento académico en Fort Bragg High School. 1/3 de la clase lleva hoy cordones de oro en representación de nuestra excelencia académica. Clase del 2019, estamos a unos minutos de recibir nuestra diploma y terminar un capítulo importante de nuestras vidas. Gracias por todos los recuerdos que hemos creado juntos. Sé que están ansiosos por salir de este pueblo e ir a descubrir el mundo, pero quiero recordarles que nunca se olviden de dónde vienen. De nuevo, quisiera darles las gracias por estar aquí con nosotros en este día. Felicidades a la clase del 2019. Les deseo lo mejor en su camino.
Good evening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rebecca Walker, and I'm the superintendent for the Fort Bragg Unified School District. Thank you to all of you for joining us tonight. This is a great, great day filled with much celebration. I'd like to introduce the Fort Bragg Unified School District Board of Trustees who are joining us this evening. President Kathy Babcock. Vice President Diana Paoli. Trustee Mary Makala. Trustee Gerald Matson. And Trustee Scott Schneider. Before I address the class of 2019, I'd like to take a moment to honor a teacher who has taught at Fort Bragg High School for the last 34 years. Mr. Stephen Wolty has been in the halls of FBHS teaching science since 1985. If you have been a student in Mr. Wolty's class, would you please stand? Mr. Wolty, this is your legacy. The people standing represent a small fraction. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Mr. Wolte's code of attire, Fridays, rain, shine, snow, sleet, or like lovely wind today, he always blesses us with shorts and a Hawaiian shirt. Thank you, Mr. Wolte, for 34 years of service to our students and our community. You have been a true Timberwolf patriarch, and we will forever miss you. And just so you're aware, Mr. Wolte, by STRS rules, you're allowed to come back in 6 months and sub. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2019. I have been blessed to have had the opportunity to watch many of these young people grow up over the last 18 years. And I've had the greater honor of calling many of you my friends. I've tried to explain to my sister and mother what it means to raise our child in a small town. And I don't know if I've ever quite captured the true essence of what it means to raise a child in Fort Bragg. I know our town is small, but it's incredibly supportive and loving. Only on the Mendocino coast can you solve much of the weekend problems in the aisles of Harvest Market. Naturally. For those of you who aren't local, ask someone that means something. Only in our small town can you forget to pick up your child on a minimum day and have one of your friends call you and say, "Hey, Becky, got your kid getting a cookie." Sorry, son. And only in a small town like ours will the graduating class start kindergarten together and travel through all the same schools together to land here 13 years later. Our graduates have had 13 years of public education that have led them to their seats this evening. I remember that first day of kindergarten almost 13 years ago. I was so incredibly impressed with this parent group. At the time, I had an 8-month-old baby, so getting the 5-year-old ready for school, getting the baby ready for daycare, getting myself ready for work, I was completely overwhelmed. When I arrived at Redwood, I remember being thoroughly shocked. Everyone looked so put together. There were little girls with hair ribbons and bows and perfectly manicured curls. There were boys in this group with hair gel. I was just so happy to have my son in a shirt without a spot. I was so excited that we got there on time and we met friends. And the bell rang, and our last final moments, all of us mamas and daddies, we were in those classrooms taking pictures. And at the time, we didn't have cell phones, so we had our 2-megapixel Canon and thought we were cool. And we took pictures and took pictures and took pictures, and then the bell rang. And I remember giving a kiss goodbye, being 100% elated because my daycare bill was cut in half that day. And I walked out the door into the hallway, and here was a row of mothers crying. I was elated. And I'm looking around, there's snot coming out of people's noses, they're crying, and I'm sitting here thinking in that one moment, I'm not crying. I am the most horrible mother on the face of this planet because I'm happy. My kid is going to have 180 play days this year with his buddies and this wonderful Redwood staff. And I look around and it dawned on me, we are starting their education. I looked at one of my friends and I said, why are you crying? And she looked at me very tenderly and said, "Becky, it's all going by so fast." So here we are, almost 13 years later, and truly, it has all happened so fast. In the last 13 years, our kids have played together, laughed together, danced together, fought together, and cried together. As their families, we have done our best to help them navigate the social jungle of public education and attempt to do our very best to provide the loving guidance necessary to help them make good choices. While this group will separate after today, some off to college, some off to the military, some off to the workforce, our influence with them is not over. Our graduates have had a very different upbringing as compared to our own. None of us had our most influential years shaped by the internet, inspired by Facebook, molded through Snapchat, or described with emojis. We, as their families, have not felt the social pressures that their peers publicly announce on social media, secretly display in hidden digital photos, and anonymously ridicule through online chats. They have had to grow up in an era that has been foreign to us as their parents. As we launch them into this next stage of adulthood, know that your sage advice, understanding ear, and loving arms as their family will still be required. They will make mistakes, but they will need our help to transform those mistakes into the stepping stones of success. I have been struggling all year preparing to watch our kids move on from Fort Bragg High School, wondering what I could possibly say at graduation to make an impact and not cry like a child. All I can say to our graduates is remember your roots. While our little town can be frustrating for you as young people, this town also provided you with a wonderful community that supported you through youth sports, provided countless activities to engage you in community, and provided this group of young people, the class of 2019, with over $300,000 in scholarships. Our town has guided and shaped your childhood, demonstrating the beauty of giving, the lasting bonds of friendship, and the amazing power of hard work. As the graduates of the class of 2019, you've been raised in a world that runs at an intense technological pace. As you forge into adulthood, take the time to look up to the stars more than you look down at your phone. Take the time to reach out to your family and friends with the loving strength of your arms more than you do with a text message. And never, ever forget to share the words, "I love you," with eye contact and all the compassion in your heart instead of with an emoji. As you leave Fort Bragg High School and begin this next stage of your life, know that your next decisions will continue to shape your journey. While you can't control what other people think and do, you can control your choices, your actions, and your words. Choose wisely, act bravely, and speak kindly. An early American actor once said, "Life is about choices. Some we regret, some we are proud of, and some will haunt us forever." The message? We are what we choose to be. Class of 2019, choose to be a positive force in this world. Choose humility over arrogance, and choose to leave this world in a better place. You are the future, and we are counting on you to make a difference. Thank you to the families of our graduates for allowing us in the Fort Bragg Unified School District to be part of your children's lives. And ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for raising our kids together. You've done well.
I'd like to now introduce one of our valedictorians, Haley Hutchinson.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Fort Bragg High School class of 2019. It is an honor to stand here today with my two fellow co-valedictorians who have been true friends and valuable peers throughout the years from kindergarten to now. I would like to begin by thanking every teacher, parent, coach, board member, faculty member, community member, and peer for their guidance, love, and support that has been given to myself and the students of this class that are before you today. Without your unwavering sincerity and enduring direction, we would not be where we are now. Today marks a moment in time in our life paths that illustrates the beginning of a new reality and the closure of an old one. This life has been all that we have known, but here we are today, ready to embark on the mystery of the future. The familiarity of high school and of adolescence will soon fade away, and in its place will spring the excitement of new experiences, new challenges, new knowledge. Although this change will often be scary, it will also be exhilarating. Today, I would like to remind my peers that change is not a linear path, and although we may wish, there will never be a perfect equation to predict the outcome. Instead, we must remember the importance of gradually evolving as human beings. Graduation means something different to every individual sitting before you today. Although we may be a small class, our richness and diversity of interest will continue to expand the horizons of the world around us and ultimately make the local, national, and global community a better place. Many of us will continue our education at colleges and universities, while others will join the workforce or the military. However, in any of these facets, I have no doubt that the Fort Bragg High School class of 2019 graduates will be making a difference in the lives of others and the arms of the world, growing their own characters and improving humanity. No matter the significance of this honor of graduation today, we have all accomplished together, and so we are here today to celebrate together. In looking at the evolution of myself and my peers here in Fort Bragg, the presence of community may not be overlooked. Growing up in the small, close-knit rural community of the Mendocino Coast, we often take the experiences that we have had for granted. We have been accustomed to the support of community members, the beauty of the local natural landscape, and the familiarity of true friendship that has shaped us into being the young adults we are today, preparing us to propel into the much larger world. In my own experience, the influence of small community and natural beauty has aided me in choosing where I'll be going to college in the fall and the next steps in my life. We as a class have grown up in unique yet incredibly valuable circumstances, and I encourage my fellow graduates to never forget this. I would like to remind the class of 2019 that we are in fact the future. Never before have we been more ready to take on the world ahead of us. It is up to us now to ensure a better future for society and for the planet. The Earth has never been more vulnerable than it is now. We must prioritize its sustainability and healing so that we too can be a part of a healthy, natural planet in the years to come, paving the way for future generations. We must focus on the importance of making a difference and living with meaning. Today, we have young people working to change the fate of our planet, like Greta Thunberg, who states, "I have learned that you are never too small to make a difference. Making changes and leaving an impact is not a matter of an opinion, rather a necessary action that must be taken by all of us." Similarly, as Jane Goodall once said, "You cannot get through a single day without making an impact on the world around you." What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Finally, I would like to urge my fellow graduates to never stop learning and growing as human beings. Continue to do the things you love in order to use your knowledge and passion as a tool to promote a better global society. Dare to try something new, keep an open mind, and remember that living with meaning and purpose is always better than living with greed. Remember, too, that your seemingly smallness in the scope of the world does not alter the power you have to make a change. Finally, appreciate those around you who have and will continue to love and support you. Most of all, remember to appreciate and respect yourself. To the Fort Bragg High School class of 2019, congratulations, and I wish you all the best in your future. Thank you. And now I would like to welcome to the podium my dear friend, Mitchell Walker.
Hello and welcome. As the days toward graduation approached, I found myself experiencing a sense of nostalgia that I bet a lot of seniors can relate to. This was compounded by the realization that I would not only be leaving Fort Bragg High School, but this small town when I go off to college. I thought about all the things that make this place unique that I wouldn't experience after I graduate and move out. The anticipation of waiting for the power to go out every time the wind blows. The ability to hit every stoplight going down Main Street in one trip to the grocery store. All the RVs on Highway 20 that don't know how to use a turnout. Having more pizza places than stoplights. And for those of you interested, I did the math, and within the Fort Bragg city limits, there is one restaurant that serves pizza per every 384 people. The list goes on. I also thought about all the community members who have supported our education, all the brilliant and encouraging staff who have helped us through school, all of my peers, many of which I may never see again. One of the reasons why I'm standing before you today is that I, like many others, chose to take all the advanced classes offered to us throughout our high school career. By doing this, I never truly got to know a large part of my class that our AP and honors classes, or given that our AP and honors classes mainly consisted of the same 20 to 30 people. I also know that it tends to be these people that are the most visible when it comes to these types of public events. So I thought I would gather a few bits of wisdom that my classmates wanted to share during graduation. When asked about what helped her get through to graduation, Anna Magnoni answered, "The pursuit of freedom and wanting to do better than the people who came before me." For general insight on graduation, Emma Wade said, "I know some people say it takes a village, and it's true for many of us. We wouldn't be here if it weren't the village that sits in front of us today." And for advice, Drew Lewis said, "Never leave home without Crocs, because if it floods, you just slap those bad boys on." The point is that each of the graduates here before you have all had distinctive life experience that have not only driven them to succeed in high school, but will continue to motivate them to succeed in the years ahead. This success would not be possible without the hard work and sacrifice of our advisors and teachers. These individuals go far beyond merely ensuring success. It's people like Ms. Farrell and Mrs. Anderson, who spend countless hours helping students decorate their caps. It's people like Mr. Brown and Mr. Carr, who enrich the lives of their students with wit and sarcasm. And it's the people in the counseling office that pour their time and energy into giving students the opportunities to do well. These are but a few of an untold number of people who embody the dedication the FBHS staff has to the well-being of their students, and we thank you. While I was reminiscing writing this speech, I was reminded of my coach, who once told me the etymology of the word valedictorian. It comes from two Latin words that together mean to bid farewell. Therefore, I would like to bid the town that supported us, the staff who encouraged us, and the graduating class of 2019, farewell. I would now like to introduce Judah Millen.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I would like to dedicate this speech to the memory of my late grandfather, Irwin William Millen. Bill, as he was known to his friends and family, lived a long and exemplary life and passed away a few weeks ago on May 25th. I would like to share some of his story with you because I think there are many lessons we all can learn from it. Bill was born in 1927 in Roxbury, Massachusetts, and most of his childhood was spent during the Great Depression. His family was poor growing up, and he told stories about his mother having to cut the toes off of his shoes and add cloth to make them longer when his feet grew. Yet despite this poverty, Bill was a hard worker and a diligent student. He attended the Massachusetts Institute of Technology after high school and received a degree in chemical engineering, and then received a law degree from George Washington University in Washington, D.C. He had a successful career as a patent attorney, eventually founding his own firm in Washington, D.C. called Millen, White, Zolano, and Brannigan, which employed dozens of attorneys and continues to thrive to this day. Later in his career, Bill served as chairman of the Patent and Trademark section of the Virginia State Bar. How did a destitute child of immigrant parents go on to be a highly successful, respected attorney? Throughout his life, my grandfather was unequivocal in attributing his success to his education. He always was a hard worker and capitalized on the many opportunities which education provided him. This exemplifies for me the value of learning. We live in a country where we have been fortunate enough to have received free education for the past 13 years. This is a valuable gift, and I am very grateful. Although we are very lucky to have such a wonderful public education system in our country, it is definitely not without its faults. One of the main ones being the inadequacy of teacher salaries. Multiple presidential candidates, including Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris, have proposed policies to increase teacher salaries and to provide more support for the public education system. Meanwhile, the current administration has repeatedly sought to decrease funding for public education and to divert funds to charter and parochial schools. It is during these times of celebration for our education system that I find it important to think about which candidates and political parties truly care about our communities and the things which are important and beneficial to us, and which candidates are simply seeking to enrich themselves at our expense. One of the things my grandfather was most proud of in his life was his military service in Germany at the end of World War II. He did not serve in combat, instead acting as a public speaker, preparing soldiers to return to civilian life. As a Jewish man, he spoke about the great importance he felt of fighting against the hateful ideologies of fascism and anti-Semitism, which he witnessed firsthand. He was proud of the United States for taking a stand against these forces, and he felt a moral imperative to join the cause. My grandfather was horrified when in recent years, statistics showed a rise in hatred and anti-Semitism across our nation. The same ideologies which the people of this nation came together to defeat 75 years ago are making a resurgence across the country and world. We here at Fort Bragg High School are not sheltered from this trend. Myself and many other students and faculty in the Fort Bragg Unified School District have experienced racism, homophobia, anti-Semitism, transphobia, misogyny, and other hateful actions and statements. I would like to send a message to those students who have had these experiences, that even if you feel scared or upset, you are not alone, and that there are many people in this community to support and protect you. Additionally, I would like to ask the community to come together now, as this nation did in 1945, to triumph over these devastating ideologies and to make our school, town, and world a more kind, welcoming, and loving place. In conclusion, I would like to extend my sincerest gratitude to all of the teachers, administrators, custodians, nutrition workers, and everyone else who has worked so hard over the years to make sure we had the opportunity to learn and grow while being safe, warm, and well-fed. Best of luck to everyone in the class of 2019, and fare thee well. I now present the Fort Bragg High School Choir performing a rendition of Grow As We Go.
Who said it's true that the growth that we grew up together.
Tell me you don't want to leave.
'Cause if change is what you need,
You can change right next to me.
when you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow. And we'll take it slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jamie Alexander, and I am the assistant principal at Fort Bragg High School. And tonight, I have the honor of recognizing many of the outstanding students of the class of 2019. As you may have noticed, 29 of the 90 students wear a gold cord. This cord is awarded to the graduating seniors who have earned National Honor Society recognition for 7 semesters. This means that students have earned a cumulative grade point average of a 3.5 or higher during their entire high school career. Students, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all the names have been read, and please hold your applause until I have read the names. Sunny Anderson, Natalia Bazer, Hannah Bosma, Kirsten Crowder, Cassidy Daniels, Maisie Edsel Lingenfelter, Cody Falassi, Emily Hansen, Carlos Hernandez, Marcos Hernandez, Haley Hutchinson, Wendy Hara, Annalise Keaton, Claire Kisliuk, Joseph Martins, Judah Millen, Javier Mora, Maria de la Luz Ramirez, Maria Ramos, Marissa Rocha, Lauren Rogers, Maria Romo, Lucy Russell, Emma Sussman, Madison Van Pelt, Ashlyn Villalpando, Mitchell Walker, Samuel West, and Ani E. Yanez. Congratulations, you may be seated. The state of California awards the Golden Seal of Merit Diploma to outstanding seniors who have demonstrated mastery of the high school curriculum in at least 6 subject areas. This year, we have 20 seniors accepting this honor. Students, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all the names have been read. Natalia Bazer, Hannah Bosma, Cassidy Daniels, Maisie Edsel Lingenfelter, Cody Falassi, Emily Hansen, Marcos Hernandez, Haley Hutchinson, Claire Kisliuk, Addie Leonhardt, Katie Leonhardt, Joseph Martins, Judah Millen, Maria Ramos, Lauren Rogers, Emma Sussman, Madison Van Pelt, Mitchell Walker, Samuel West, and Ani E. Yanez. Congratulations, you may be seated. Each year, our faculty honors the most outstanding seniors in each academic area. This group of students has been chosen by their teachers because they have demonstrated the ability to work hard, persevere through challenges, and maintain an outstanding level of commitment to their subject. Students, please stand when I call your name. For agriculture, Cassidy Daniels. For art, Lauren Rogers. For ceramics, Natalia Bazer. For choir, Maria Ramos. For culinary arts, Ryan Estes. For English, Claire Kisliuk. For foreign language, Claire Kisliuk. Native speaker, Ani Yanez. For mathematics, Mitchell Walker. For digital media, Mitchell Walker. For PE weight training, Katie Leonhardt. For science, Claire Kisliuk. For social studies, Judah Millen. For woodshop, Kyle Paoli. In yearbook, Madison Phillips. Anchor Academy, Julio Gonzalez. For Avid, Anna Karen Lopez. And for Upward Bound, Samuel West. Congratulations, you may be seated. We are fortunate in Fort Bragg to offer a wide array of competitive athletic opportunities for our student body. Each varsity head coach has submitted the name or names of their outstanding senior athletes. Students, please stand when I call your name. For volleyball, Anaí Yanez, Ashlyn Villalpando, and Emma Sussman. For girls soccer, Annalise Keaton and Natalia Bazer. For boys soccer, Eric Portillo and Judah Millen. For football, Cody Flossie, William Robertson, and Isaac Arnold. For girls basketball, Ashlyn Villalpando. For boys basketball, Garrett James and Justin Myrtle. For wrestling, James Nelson and Kyle Paoli. For cheer, Brianna Hernandez and Maria Melo Garcia. For baseball, Garrett James. For softball, Anaí Yanez. For swimming, Haley Hutchinson and Mitchell Walker. For tennis, Sam West. For track, Natalia Bazer, Eric Portillo, and Carlos Hernandez. And for golf, Ryan Estes. Career Technical Education, commonly known as CTE, provides the framework for educational programs or pathways that specialize in the skilled trades, applied scientists, modern technologies, and career preparation. It is an increasingly important facet of a student's high school experience. In order to complete a pathway, a student must earn a C or better in 2 or 3 consecutive classes within an industry sector, as well as pass an industry-recognized exam. This year, Fort Bragg High School has 21 seniors wearing the purple and white or purple cord who have completed one or more of the following CTE pathways: in agri-science, culinary arts, or the visual arts. Students, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all the names have been read. In agri-science, Kirsten Crowder, Isaac Arnold, Skylar Kendall, Natalia Bazer, and Cody Falassi. In culinary arts, Felipe Alcacer, Logan Blackburn, Ryan Estes, Casey Frazier, Ethan Hall Jeffries, Shayla Molitor, Kyle Paoli, Eric Portillo, Maria Ramos, and Drew Lewis. And for the visual arts, Natalia Bazer, Andrew Johnson, Brenda Quezada, William Robertson, Felipe Alcacer, and Ethan Galetti. Congratulations, and you may be seated. The last award I will be presenting is the Seal of Biliteracy. The Seal of Biliteracy is awarded by the State of California and the Mendocino County Office of Education in recognition of students who have attained a high level of mastery in 2 or more languages. This is the 4th year, I guess now 5th, for this program at Fort Bragg High School. This year, we are truly excited to have 8 students who have received it. These students have achieved high GPAs, test scores on the English Language Arts State Assessment, and a minimum score of 3 on the AP Spanish test. Students, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all the names have been read. Congratulations to Carlos Hernandez, Marcos Hernandez, Wendy Jara, Javier Mora, Maria de la Luz Ramirez, Maria Ramos, Maria Roma Hernandez, and Ani Yanez. Congratulations to all of our biliterate graduates and to all of our seniors. Thank you.
Buenas tardes. Las becas juegan un papel importante para ayudar a los estudiantes a alcanzar sus metas. Los estudiantes obtienen estas becas por sus logros académicos, éxito en los deportes, voluntando su tiempo en la comunidad o presentaciones en el escenario. Por el segundo año consecutivo, elegimos iluminar a los beneficiarios de nuestras becas y a los donantes con una maravillosa noche de becas. Nuestra noche de becas dio el tiempo necesario para resaltar los logros de nuestros estudiantes y también dio más reconocimientos a las personas detrás de las becas que estaban ocupadas, recompensando a nuestros estudiantes con $300,000. Los estudiantes pudieron saludar a los donantes y agradecerles por invertir en su futuro. Nos gustaría señalar que en sus programas encontrarán una lista de todas las becas locales que se otorgaron a los estudiantes de Fort Bragg High School en este año. También en la edición de esta semana del periódico Advocate hay una lista de los estudiantes y las becas que otorgamos. Scholarships play a big role in helping students reach their goals. Students earn these scholarships for their academic achievements, success in sports, volunteering in the community, or performances on stage. For the second consecutive year, we chose to shine the light on our students, recipients, and donors with a wonderful scholarship awards night just a few weeks ago. Our scholarship night gave the necessary time to highlight our students' achievements and also gave more recognition to the people behind the scholarships who were busy rewarding our students with $300,000. Students were able to shake hands with some of the donors and thank them for investing in their future. We'd like to point out that in your formal programs, you will find a list of all the local scholarships that were awarded to the students of Fort Bragg High School this year. Also in this week's edition of the Advocate newspaper, there is a list of the students and the scholarships that were awarded. At this time, I ask that any student in the class of 2019 who was awarded a scholarship, please stand so that we can acknowledge your accomplishments. Thank you.
Good evening, families, friends, and community members. My name is Bruce Triplett, and I have the honor and privilege of being the principal at Fort Bragg High School. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Fort Bragg High School, we thank you for joining us this evening to celebrate the class of 2019. Every year I ponder on what to say to the students sitting next to me. Are there some words of wisdom that I can give them, or something has set them apart from other classes? This year, the first thing that came to my mind was what a powerful class they have turned out to be. They may not be mighty in size, as this is one of the smallest classes we have had in some time, but they are mighty in their accomplishments. Academically, these students have had some of the best test scores in our district. Yeah. Because of this drive and commitment, it was impossible to narrow down the top student. Thus, we have 3 valedictorians. In the sporting arena, this group has been a part of numerous league championships in soccer, golf, swimming, baseball, and track. This doesn't happen accidentally. It is because of the hard work that each of them have put forth. This is an exciting time as well as a nervous time for many of you. For some of you, it is off to work. For others, it is off to school. I'm sure there's some as well thinking, now what? No matter what the choice, remember the words from John Wooden, who states, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Of course, I had to put a John Wooden quote somewhere in my speech. In all seriousness, no, whatever you choose, please remember the one thing that will set you apart from others is your work ethic. Doors will open for each one of you in life, but it is only through hard work that those doors will remain open. Students, please remember to thank everyone sitting in the stands, as well as the teachers behind me who have helped you get to where you are today. This is quite an accomplishment, and you should be proud. Remember to also thank the community who has given over $300,000 to your future endeavors. And why, you may ask? Because they believe in you. So no matter where you end up, please never forget where you came from, because deep down, we are all Timberwolves. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, on behalf of the faculty and staff of the Fort Bragg Unified School District, I present to you the class of 2019.
Maria Ramirez. Maria will be joining the United States Navy. She would like to thank her family, friends, and mentors. Noel Villapando. Noel would like to thank both of his parents for supporting him through everything he has done. Kirsten Crowder. Kirsten will work for a year and then attend Sacramento State. Thank you to her mom, stepdad, grandma, and grandpa for always encouraging her no matter what, and her dad for loving her from up above.
Karina Casares Alfaro. Karina will be traveling, then starting her Army life. She would like to thank her brother for the support, a sus padres por el sacrificio, Melissa Schaefer, Mrs. Alexander, and Tina for pushing her forward to the limits.
Shamari Nevea Thomas. Shamari will move to Santa Rosa and go to Lytell's beauty school. She would like to thank her parents and siblings for always supporting her, her cousin for always being there for her, and her teachers for pushing her to do her best. Cody Morgan. Cody plans to attend Lassen Community College and work towards an associate's degree in welding technology. He would like to thank his mom, Auntie M, Ms. Tara, and everyone else along the way who made him keep it together. William Robertson. William plans to work as a deckhand at Anchor Charter Boats. He would like to thank his friends and family for all the love and support you've given him. Brianna Hernandez. Brianna plans to attend a community college and also begin to take EMT classes. She would like to thank her mom, dad, Ms. T, and Mr. A. She couldn't have done it without you. Jaylene Cruz Gomez. Jaylene will attend Lytell's beauty school in Santa Rosa. She would like to thank Ms. T, Mr. A, Mark Boley, Christine Decker, family and friends for always being there for her when she needed them most. Lillian Chesmore. Lillian will be going to college to start off her career as a social worker. She would like to thank Kayla and Rebecca for being there through thick and thin, and Mr. Brown for supporting her with his sarcasm. Samuel Williams. Sam plans to join the Air Force and get out of Fort Bragg. He would like to thank all his teachers who worked extra hard to get him here, and to Roy Uleton. Shout out to my boys and my family. Love you all. Maria Mello Garcia. Maria plans to attend beauty school. She would like to thank her mom and dad for always supporting her dreams, and especially her grandparents who are always in her heart. Emma Grace Sussman. Emma will be going to Cal Poly State University. She would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her through her high school career and in her life over the years. Axel Guyona. Axel will take a gap year and then attend San Diego City College. He would like to thank all of his teachers, especially Mrs. Knott, Mrs. CK, and Mrs. Morse for helping him graduate. Kenny McDonald. Kenny will attend Sierra College and major in film. He would like to thank his family and friends for all of the love and support. Madison Van Pelt. Madison will be attending CSU Long Beach. She would like to thank her family and friends that got her to where she is today. Ethan Hall Jeffries. Ethan plans to attend Diablo Valley Junior College to get a degree as a dental hygienist. He would like to thank his parents, family, and friends for always being by his side and supporting him. Casey Bailey Frazier. Casey would like to attend Diablo Valley Junior College to further his culinary education. He would like to thank his teachers for putting up with him and his friends and family for supporting him this long. Kyle Paoli. Kyle plans to attend UTI Trade School. He would like to thank his family and friends who helped him accomplish so much. Logan Blackburn. Logan will be going to Solano Community College. He would like to thank Mr. Anderson for getting him through math and Ms. Morse for educating him on a Roth IRA. Lauren Ann Rogers. Lauren will be attending CSU East Bay in the fall. She would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers for getting her here, especially her best friend, Marissa Rocha. I'm so out. Alex Ruiz. Alex will be attending Santa Rosa Junior College, then transferring to a four-year college. He would like to thank his parents who never stopped believing in him and everyone who ever doubted him. Wesley Gustafson. Wesley would like to get more than 6 hours of sleep per night. He would like to thank his family and friends. Maisie Edsel Lingenfelter. Maisie will attend UC Santa Barbara, majoring in biology on the pre-med track. She would like to thank her loving friends and family for the unconditional support, especially her mom for being there every step of the way. She is eternally grateful. Nancy Ureli Gonzalez Ramirez. Nancy will attend Mendocino College to study kinesiology and become a masseuse. She would like to thank her parents for helping her become the person she is today and for pushing her to be a better person. Annalise Keaton. Annalise will be joining the United States Marine Corps. She would like to thank her family and friends for motivating her and supporting her, and her mentors for their guidance. Eric Portillo. Eric plans to attend Mendocino College for 2 years, then transfer to a four-year college. He would like to thank his mother for working hard every day to provide for the family, and Robert Valador for being a great family friend. Juliana Denise Soto. Juliana will be going to Sierra Community College. She would like to thank her dad for driving her to her sporting events and being her #1 fan, and mom for showing her that hard work pays off. Natalia Bazer. Natalia will be attending Santa Barbara City College as well as participating on their track and field team. She would like to thank her family for always supporting her, friends for getting her through high school, and all the teachers and coaches that helped her along the way. Sunny Anderson. Sunny will attend Cal Poly State University studying agricultural communications. Special thanks to her family, friends, and teachers who helped her become the person she is today and for supporting her.
Lucy Russell. Lucy will be attending UC Santa Barbara to study environmental sciences. She would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for supporting her along the way and helping her become who she is today. Samuel James West. Sam plans to attend CSU, Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, and will be a member of their bass fishing team. He would like to thank his parents and family for their love and guidance, especially supporting my passion for fishing. Emily Rose Hansen. Emily will be attending UC Santa Barbara and majoring in psychology. She would like to thank her parents, teachers, and friends who have always supported her and made her the person that she is today. Judah Tree James Millen. Judah will take a gap year and then attend Yale University as a member of the class of 2024. Judah would like to thank his parents, sister, grandparents, family, and friends, and everyone else who has supported him over the years, Frank Ocean and Gerald Nadler. Ana Karen Lopez. Ana Karen will attend Sonoma State and pursue a career as an elementary school teacher. She would like to thank her parents, little brother, and family for all the love and support throughout the years. She loves you all. Wendy Anaí Jara. Wendy will be attending Dominican University of California, majoring in biology on the pre-med track. She would like to thank her family for their unconditional love and support, and her friends for the memories these past 4 years. Marcos Salcedo. Marcos will be attending Humboldt State University. He would like to thank his family for all the love and support and his friends for being there. Claire Aurora Kisliuk. Claire will be attending UC Davis and majoring within the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences this fall. She would like to say thank you to her family, friends, teachers, and mentors for encouraging and supporting her in becoming who she is today. Hannah Marilyn Bosma. Hannah will be attending UC Davis with a major in biology. She would like to thank her mom and dad for being there for her. Haley Smith Hutchinson. Haley will be attending and swimming for Millbury College in Vermont this fall. She would like to thank all who have supported her and her loving family, especially her sister Dylan for being her best friend and constant inspiration. Jonathan Jesus Martinez. Jonathan plans to major in administration or justice at UCLA. He would like to thank his family and sister for motivating him, and a special thanks to Ms. T and Mr. A for helping him get through high school. Marissa Alessandra Rocha. Marissa plans to attend Sacramento State. She would like to thank her family and friends for always supporting and loving her. She wouldn't be who she is without you all. Maria Esther Ramos. Maria plans to attend Mills College majoring in theater. She would like to thank her family, friends, dance teachers, and repertory for always supporting and helping her become the woman that she is today. Gonzalo Arenas. Gonzalo will attend Cabrillo College in Santa Cruz to become a dental hygienist. Special thanks to Sariski and Brown for putting up with me in their classes. Mitchell Dean Walker. Mitchell plans to attend Case Western Reserve University in the fall and majoring in computer engineering. He would like to thank his parents, teachers, and coaches for all their guidance and support. Joseph James Martins. Joseph plans to attend Mendocino College and then transfer as a junior. He would like to thank his friends for the memories, his father for his support, and his mom for always pushing him. Maria Romo. Maria will be attending UC Santa Barbara to study language, culture, and society in the College of Letters and Sciences. She would like to thank her mom, dad, teachers, family, and friends for helping her become the person she is today. Brian Gonzalez. Brian will be moving to Sacktown and majoring in criminal justice. He would like to thank his family, friends, and all those that made high school a blast. He didn't think that he'd make it. J.R. DeVito. J.R. will be working as a deckhand and work on getting his captain's license. He would like to thank his parents, Mrs. Morris, for feeding him and nagging him to walk at graduation, and also Mr. Brown. Matthew Gomes. Matthew would like to thank everyone for all the memories and the friendships that he has made in Fort Bragg. Isaac Arnold. Isaac will be leaving for the United States Air Force on June 18th. He would like to thank his mom, dad, family, and Miss Morris. He is so glad to be out of here. Marcos Hernandez. Marcos will be attending Santa Clara University and majoring in business administration and management. He would like to thank his parents, siblings, friends, teachers, and coaches. He wouldn't be where he is without all of your support. Anaí Lisbeth Yanez. Anaí plans to attend San Diego State University and major in Spanish. Desea agradecer a sus padres y familia por siempre apoyarla, y to my teachers, thank you for your support and guidance. Garrett James. Garrett will be attending Santa Rosa Junior College. He would like to thank his family and friends for pushing him to do his best throughout the year. John Delgado. John will study fire technology and play football at Shasta JC. He would like to thank his family, teachers, coaches, and all of the adults who made him come support and watch the game. Ashlyn Liana Villalpando. Ashlyn will be attending Oregon State University. She would like to thank her family, friends, and coaches for all their support. Cassidy Daniels. Cassidy will be going to Sacramento State University. She would like to thank her family and friends for making her who she is today. She loves you. Shayla Molitor. Shayla will work during the summer, then attend a JC in Michigan. She would like to thank God, her friends, family, and anyone who helped support her on this journey. She couldn't have done it by herself. Skylar Ashton May Kendall. Skylar plans to take online classes and work, then attend Feather River in the fall of 2020. She would like to thank her parents and sister for always supporting her to do her best, and the class of 2019 for making high school, well, interesting. Justin William Myrtle. Justin is going to join the military and then pursue a career as a PG&E linesman. He would like to thank his parents, Ms. Schlafer, Michaela, and Kayla for putting him on the path of greatness. You're the real pins.
Evelyn Sanchez. Evelyn will enjoy her last summer before she enters the adult world. She would like to thank her family and God for everything in life and her teachers for constantly checking up on her. Irving Cardona. Irving will work and attend Humboldt next fall. He would like to thank his parents for loving and supporting him through all 4 years. Drew Lewis. Drew will be joining CAL FIRE. He would like to thank his parents, Mrs. Morse, Mr. Brown, Mrs. Knott, Mrs. Larson, Mr. Landry, and Mr. Carr for helping and supporting him throughout high school. Alyssa Rivas. Alyssa plans to stay here to work and then work towards becoming a medical assistant. She would like to thank her grandpa for always pushing her to do her best and her family and boyfriend for being there for her. Andrew Johnston. Andrew will be attending Shasta JC to play baseball. Special thanks to his mom, dad, and grandparents for motivating and putting up with him. He would also like to thank his friends, Mr. Ransom and Chef Amy. Cole Killian. Cole plans to attend Citrus College, then transfer to Azusa Pacific. Special thanks to his parents, grandparents, and his Uncle Ryan and Heidi for pushing him towards success. Ethan Anthony Galletti. Ethan will be attending Shasta Junior College. He would like to thank his parents for always being there and helping him through school. Kylie Smith. Kylie will be taking a gap year, then plans to attend Paul Mitchell Beauty School in Sacramento. She would like to thank her parents, family, and friends for always pushing her to do her best. Mary Ellen Flores. Mary Ellen will be going to Mendocino College in Ukiah and study to be a nurse. She would like to say thank you to her friends and family for helping her get through her last year of high school. Dylan Stipe. Dylan plans to attend college to study auto mechanics. He would like to thank Mr. Brown, Mr. Froby, Mr. Sandberg, Mr. McLeod, and Gibb. Carlos Hernandez. Carlos will be attending Cal State East Bay in the fall and major in construction management. He would like to thank his mom and dad for always supporting him and everyone who has helped him get to this point in his life. Javier Mora. Javier plans to attend UC Santa Barbara this fall. He would like to thank his mom and sister for being the strongest fighters he knows and his biggest supporters. Julieta Desiree Batista. Julieta plans to attend Mendocino College, then transfer to Sac State to get her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. She would like to thank her friends, family, Mr. Brown, and Noyo High School faculty for all their unconditional love and support. Mama and Grandpa, I did it. Julio Gonzalez. Julio would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers, especially Mr. A and Miss T for getting him where he is today. Madison Phillips. Madison plans to attend the pre-nursing program at Mendocino College. She would like to thank her family for always being there for her, Mr. Carr and Mr. Brown for the continuous laughs, support, and sarcasm. James Nelson. James will be attending Santa Rosa JC as well as participating on the wrestling team. James would like to thank his family and friends for getting him where he is today. Wyatt Hobart. Wyatt will be attending Cuesta College to study ag business. He would like to thank his mom and dad for helping and pushing him through these last 4 years. Cody Flossie. Cody plans on working in water and wastewater distribution in Fort Bragg. He would like to thank his parents for always pushing him to do his best and his grandparents for all the sports adventures. Emma Grace Wade. Emma will be attending Feather River Junior College, majoring in equine studies. She would like to thank those that stuck by her side and never stopped pushing her. Also, a special thanks to Mary Iverson. Marco David Abon. Marco will attend Cuesta College in San Luis Obispo, working towards his welding technology degree. He would like to thank his parents, Mrs. Larson, and the Andersons for such great support, and I promise to make them proud. My dear Laz Karine. My dear will be attending a university in Spain. She would like to thank her host family for everything, her parents for making this possible, and all the friends who made this year special. Ryan Estes. Ryan will be heading to San Diego to study business. He would like to thank his dad, mom, and the rest of his family for all of the support throughout the years. Gerardo Chan. Gerardo plans on joining the workforce and staying in Fort Bragg for a while. Thank you to Miss T and Mr. A for helping him get through his senior year. Thank you to his mom and sister for always being there and supporting him. Felipe Ahumada Alcocer. Felipe plans on attending College of the Redwoods to work towards his Associate of Agriculture degree. Felipe would like to thank all his teachers for supporting him, even though he was never an enthusiastic student. Ashley Renee Gustafson. Ashley will be attending the Transition Learning Center. She would like to thank her mom, Tyler, Wesley, and Jenna. Also, she would like to thank Jennifer, Shannon, and all the school staff. Addie Leonhardt. Addie plans to attend Mendocino College, then transfer to a four-year university to attain a bachelor's degree in administration of justice. She would like to thank her sisters, Anna and Katie, as well as her mom for supporting her through high school.
Brenda Susana Quesada Medina. Brenda will be attending Sac City College. She plans to major in nursing. She would like to thank Shelly and Gary for their support and pushing her to believe in herself. También quiere agradecer a su ama y familia por estar con ella en estos días. She loves you all so much.
Alexandria Rivers Ortiz. Rivers plans to attend Sac City and later become a dental hygienist. She would like to thank Shelly and Gary for taking her in. She would also like to thank Miss T and Mr. A, and a special thank you to Katie for always watching over her. Katie Leonhardt. Katie will be attending Mendocino College and plans to major in nursing. She would like to give a special thanks to her family for their love and support. Jeremy Segura. Jeremy will be working like a dog. He would like to thank Miss Morse, Mr. Hoke for the enthusiasm he brought to the class, and Mr. Big Eric Rain for being a savage.
President Babcock, as the superintendent of the Fort Bragg Unified School District, I am honored to present to you the candidates for the high school diploma. I hereby certify that these students have met all the requirements set forth by the Fort Bragg Unified School District and by the state of California for completion of a high school diploma. As the president of the FBUSD Board of Trustees, do you accept this certification and thereby confer upon each graduate the diploma of high school education?
Yes, I do.
Graduates, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduated class of 2019. Of 2019.